The people sat quietly as Moses prepared to tell them the most important lesson of all. Now, after journeying through deserts and fighting great battles, they were almost ready to enter the land God promised. But before they could step one foot into the new land, they had to understand why God gave them special rules. Moses lifted his voice and said, "Now, O Israel, listen to the laws and judgments I teach you. Obey them so you may live and enter the land the Lord is giving you." Deuteronomy 4:1. The children leaned in. They remembered stories of people who did not listen before, and what happened when God's words were ignored. He warned them, "Do not add or take away from the words God gave you. Only keep what he commanded you. These statutes are precious, and they are for you to cherish." Deuteronomy 4:2. Moses had seen with his own eyes what happened to those who disobeyed God, like the time some of the Israelites followed other gods at a place called Baal-Peor and were destroyed. Deuteronomy 4:3. The best news was for those who stayed true. "But you who held fast to the Lord your God are alive today, every one of you," Moses said with a smile. Deuteronomy 4:4. That was proof listening to God brings life and happiness. Moses wanted all the families, especially the children, to remember, God's laws are not meant to make life harder. They make life better. He explained that God's wisdom and teachings would be noticed by everyone around. Other nations will say, "What a wise and understanding people," Moses told them. Following God's laws meant the people would be an example for all the world. Deuteronomy 4:6-8. Moses reminded the people about the mountain where God spoke to them from the midst of fire, not showing his form but declaring his powerful words. Deuteronomy 4:11-13. He gave us his 10 commandments written on stone tablets, Moses said carefully, recalling how special it was to hear God's voice, even though they saw no image. This meant they must never try to make a statue or object to represent God. He is invisible and greater than anything they could imagine. As Moses spoke, everyone understood that these commands were a loving gift from God. God wasn't just powerful. He was also caring, seeing each person's need and future. Yet Moses warned them, "Don't forget the covenant God made with you. If you worship idols, you will lose the good land. But if you turn back to God, he will always be merciful." Deuteronomy 4:23-31. Finally, Moses set apart special places, cities of refuge, where someone who had made a mistake, like hurting a neighbor by accident, could run to be safe. It was a way of showing that God's laws are also about forgiveness and giving people a second chance. Deuteronomy 4:41-43. The lesson from Moses was clear. Obey, remember, and love God, for he alone is God. The children and adults alike listened, realizing that God's laws were what made them different and special. God's treasured people, chosen to bring hope to the world.